Hello, my name is Jingo Nelly, and today we are going to be looking at another tutorial. But before I begin off, make sure you subscribe to the channel.
Before we go to the duty of a promoter, with a promoter, if at all this person takes place, whether a professional promoter or is not a promoter by profession, but as long as he takes part in the formation of a company, is called a promoter. For example, they had given us a simple example of a typical grocer, village grocer, who converts his business into a limited company. Now, they to the full extent, this person is going to be uh, a promoter. Is going to be a promoter of his company, and there won't be a lot of difference between him and the professional promoter, because both of them deal in the have dealt in the formation of a company. So both are treated and are looked at as promoters of a company. So moving to the duties. Now, with this, you're having duties of a promoter. Like, a promoter stands in a fiduciary relationship to the company and consequently owns its certain fiduciary duties. Like, in other words, the promoter should be true to the company. He should disclose anything that he transacts outside, or when the company is not seeing. So you must disclose all information. So in that, we're having an illustration of a case of Eranga versus New Sombero Coal Limited. So these members, what they did, they were members in a syndicate, and they bought a certain island. They bought a certain island on a lease, yeah? So it was containing phosphate, and the phosphate mine at 55,000. So the members of this syndicate then promoted a company, decided to promote it, and appointed themselves as the directors. So they sold this lease to the company. So the promoters, after getting a deal of 55, they sold this lease to the directors at 110,000. So this was unfortunately not revealed in the prospectus, inviting the public to subscribe for its shares, but was subsequently discovered. So after them doing this secret profit, they didn't indicate it in the prospectus, so they hid that truth to the company. So the company, but eventually they realized it. So the company insisted, after them realizing, insisted or instituted an action to recover profits from the promoters, who in turn argued that they had made a disclosure of their profits to a board of directors. So these guys went on and they argued. They were like, the company was like, you're supposed to disclose that information, but you did not. So you have to, in return, give us some money. I mean, you have to, in turn, give us that profit that you made. And these guys were like, no, 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 we can't give you the money. We disclosed that information to the board of directors. But disclosing information to the board of the directors, the board of directors, first of all, the board of directors, it was the promoters themselves. So they had appointed themselves as the directors. So which board of directors is there? Yeah? So you can get it like they were saying, we disclose that information to the directors, yet them themselves are the directors. And another thing, the first director could not attend the meeting because he was ill. You get, he was having, like, maybe let's say COVID, something like that. He was ill. Then okay, he was not having COVID at that time. COVID was not there at that time. Then the second director was not present when the profit of the directors were approved. So this second director was not around. Then the third director was one of the promoters themselves. So it was this person who was claiming that the directors were there, yet he himself is the director. And the fourth and the fifth directors were ignorant of the subject matter. They were not aware that these guys made a secret profit. So So the issue was whether there was a disclosure. So it was held in court. It was held that the company was entitled to the to the paying, like it was entitled to rescind. It was entitled that the company was entitled to rescind the contract. In other words, that the promoters must repay the purchase price, and the company in turn must convey the lease to the promoters so that they can get back their original position. So these promoters must pay back that secret profit. Now the other duties are duty of skill and care, and then we're having also the duty to act in the best interest of the company. Then there are other activities that a promoter can do, like solicit capital, prepare prospectus, solicit directors for the company, then arrange the preparation of the memorandum of association. I mean, arrange the preparation of the memorandum and articles of association, then obtain premises of the company, then obtain whatever equipment is necessary for the running of the company. So the next point there would be the remedies for breach of duty.
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel.